welcome back as we make our sauce and then put together our falafels. So this is what the finished product looks like out of your yam chickpea baked falafel, little falafel rolls. Let's make a savory sauce. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I made this massive batch of vegan mayo on one of my videos. And if you choose, you can always start off with a cup of vegan mayonnaise, whether homemade or bought. But today, I'm going to show you how to make the sauce that I like to use most from scratch with a half a brick of soft silken tofu. Of course, in the old days, I used to make it with plain yogurt, so we're going to be using tofu instead, same similar consistency. So taking your blender, I'm going to put in that half a cup of soft tofu, and then about a quarter of a cup of milk alternative, and I'm using organic, non-GMO soy milk. It needs a little bit of liquid to get going. Now, about a half a teaspoon of salt, a tablespoon, I'm using a tablespoon of cold pressed extra virgin olive oil, organic, 1 large clove of garlic. I'm using half a teaspoon of curry powder. Now, when it comes to the spices, until you find out what you like, what you prefer, start off with smaller amounts, and then as you taste it, you go, oh, maybe I want some more curry in there, or oh, maybe I want some more hot sauce. Then you can add. You can't take away, you can always add more. So we'll start off with half a teaspoon of curry powder, and the same with cumin, about a half a teaspoon of cumin. Of course, you can always add more. And I like to use a hot sauce. Now, this is similar to a Louisiana hot sauce or a Frank's Red Hot, just happens to be a no-name brand. And I put a teaspoon in there. And again, our family likes it hot. I would probably add more for us. Start off with that amount, or even half a teaspoon if you like less. Then we put in some dill, some fresh dill. It always tastes good to have quite a bit, so at least a tablespoon. And you can use dried. Just because I'm showing fresh does not mean you can't go to your cupboard and use a dried product. And I'm going to add a little bit of fresh parsley at the same time. I love dill and parsley together. Okay, so we're just going to move these out of the way and whip that up really quick. Okay, nice and saucy. Let's put together our falafels. Now, I'm going to make it in a pita pocket. If you are gluten-free or you're not using grains, you can take your falafel and all the fixings and put it on top of rice. You can make a salad out of it. You can put it on yams and make a bowl, or you can wrap it in a big leaf like a collard or a charred leaf like this, or a big lettuce leaf. I'm going to use the half a pita. I'm one of the fortunate ones that I can eat bread. So usually I take about 3 falafels and I stack them inside my pita, and I squish it down with a fork because I'm going to be making room for all the other goodies in there. And falafels taste awesome when you add some sliced peppers, some sliced cucumber, put a few tomatoes. Of course, you're always seeing me use fingers in the Chell's Kitchen. I do wash my hands. I think we've gotten a little bit too carried away with things being completely germ-free. When you have that attitude, you're just inviting in superbugs. You've got to build up your immune system. And if you've traveled around the world, you'll know that not many cultures use antibacterial soap. So then you stuff with a little bit of lettuce in there, and take this and smother all of that in sauce. This sauce is very healthy ingredients. Of course, if you say, oh, Lisa, I don't like soy, I don't like tofu, you can always replace tofu with cashews, or you can even use hummus as a base. I mean, there's lots of different ways of doing that. I'm also don't mind tofu. I buy sprouted, organic, non-GMO tofu. So this is what your falafel looks like. Now in one of my previous videos I showed you how to make Greek tzatziki. I'm going to pull that back into the shot here for a minute because of course I'm doing a bunch of videos in a row for you. So there's Greek tzatziki. Tzatziki is also an absolutely amazing topping for falafel. So you can throw that in there. Anything goes. And non-dairy cheese goes too. So if you have some non-dairy cheese, that also goes. Let's take a little taste of falafel. We haven't had supper yet. As my friend Laura says, this is to live for. So thanks for coming into Chel's Kitchen. That was a little bit of a longer video on how to make a baked yam chickpea falafel with the sauce and how to stuff it. So please subscribe to my video. I'm putting up more content all the time. Peace, love, and plants. Oh.